Can you guys hear me okay now? I had a little bit of a glitch here with BlueStacks. Just say something if you can hear me. Or not say something, but you know what I mean. Okay, stream's back. Hold on one second. I'm running BlueStacks again. Sorry about that, guys. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I am having a little bit of trouble. What happened was I don't know why this happens sometimes when I'm streaming. I mean, I've been streaming now. I was streaming for like 3 hours. So we had a pretty steady stream for 3 hours, and then out of nowhere, BlueStacks bugs up. So sorry about that, guys. Anyways, yeah, BlueStacks bugs up, and then it kicks me off the stream. Not sure why that is, but I'm glad I'm back. Anyways, Dave Dundee. So Dave had an awesome question about that. So as you saw, I have what 540 something gold promos. I have been saving gold promos. You get 200 from a calendar, you get 250 from DD4, and then you get other ones from whatever Chaos Theory and so forth. I save those things like they are solid gold because they're the rarest thing in the game. But I had over 650. I spent 150 of them on long shot to take long shot from 6 to 7. I think he is not only the second best. He's the second best character in the game after Doom, who you can't buy red stars for. But separate and apart from that, I think that he is a character that benefits immensely from stats. The bigger he is, the more the more he's a damage dealer, so he does tons of damage. The bigger he is, he heals for more. He's ridiculous at 6 or 7 red stars. I pulled a 6 and I bought him up to 7. So I can he in fact for if you are a high end player, top end player, in my opinion, you should hold your gold promos other than spending on long shot. He's the only character that I would spend gold promos right now. Silver are fine. For somebody like me, I may buy just to bring a character, from 4 to 5 or whatever, just because silver are easy to get. But those gold ones, I would wait because the meta is changing so much right now. We don't know how important is Bishop. Maybe having a 7 red star Bishop becomes a very important thing. We don't know yet. We don't know what the next team's going to be. Are they releasing the other 3 members of X-Force? Or are they introducing like the Eternals, the Black Order killer team or something? We don't know. So I would just be cautious about spending gold promos, but that's how strongly I feel about that character. Okay. We were doing offers. So I'm buying that offer. That's for somebody like me. That's a no-brainer. It's a Kraken. That I buy every day. I love energy. That's a great price. So I'll probably buy this stuff, but I'm gonna do the. There we go. We'll look at. You can look at my. Not sure why it is. There we go. You guys can look at my infographic while I'm making my purchases because I can't show my Amazon coin information and all that jazz. But I'm happy to answer questions. Okay. So my mini cost was $17.64, but here's what I would tell you guys. Do not copy what I did, Zyget. Because what I did is I was in a race. Remember, I was the 4th guy to finish DD4 And I had a shot, at least in my own mind, of being the first at a certain point. So for me, it was the glory of seeing I had saved up and hoarded for so long that I wanted to see how high could I get this, because my original goal was to be in the top 200 people to finish DD4. And when I saw, wow, I might be in the top 20 people or 25, and oh my God, I might be in the top 10. Like there's an element of me pushing to get a higher rank. But, there's no reason for you to take Merc Lieutenant, for example, in the DD4, okay? I was in a rush to try to pass everybody in a race. But you don't need to do that. Bring up more symbiotes. I mean, why do you need to be in that rush? Similarly, I brought up Black Widow. I mean, I have Wave 1 on War Defense. And, you know, I think Black Widow's not the character. She's not the difference maker on that team. The difference maker on those teams are Thor and Hulk. So, I mean, if you love Black Widow, bring her up. But, she's basically mostly useful for me in skill nodes. Okay? So, yes, that's why my advice to everybody, I really went out of my way. Because one thing that really stuck in my craw, I'll tell you guys the actual reason the main reason I made that infographic was because there was another content creator who there's another content creator who made an infographic for DD4 who had not gotten very far in DD4. I don't even know if he entered DD4 at the time, and he had a bunch of characters labeled as the must-haves. Okay, I do not believe that there are any must-have characters for Dark Dimension 4. One thing I would not do what you did, Ziggs. I mean, in other words, I would tell people, don't bring up characters. I mean, Sabretooth's fine. I mean, I have him in there as a cheaper option on my list. Okay, right? If we look, he's there. But I believe you're better off spending on characters who really are going to you're going to use long term. And I think Sabretooth's a filler on the Marauders. That's my view. All right. All right, so I made some purchases now. And what are we going to do now? Well, what I do, just to see, is I always go to... So I think what we're going to bring up Squirrel Girl first, because I need to move the skeleton down. So we're going to bring her up. And then what I do is I just see when I open the orbs, am I getting ridiculous? Am I getting ridiculous drops? Occasionally, I just start getting orange, and I know that there's something up with the game. Like this. Look at this. This is, when you look at these odds, right? Okay, this is a 5% drop in the middle. And on the right, these are 1% drops. Okay? So I know that this is me like doing the seed theory crap. Because I'm going to tell you, in my experience, there's something to the fact that they jimmy the odds for people like me who spend a lot of money. So we'll just open some of these just to see. Look at, okay, let's see. 3, 2, oh, okay. We'll see. All right, and if not, that's fine. I'll just keep, then I'll open the rest. Okay, that was better than average because you got some force, but that wasn't anything special. So one question that was fantastic that people had was, do you save your premium orbs in your basic orbs? So yeah, the only reason I open premium orbs is just as a tester for this seed theory crap. Otherwise, I just hold on to them and wait for them to introduce new characters. But if you're a new player, you open them immediately. New players, if you need the vast majority of the characters in the game, then open the premium orbs right away. For people like me who have already maxed out 100 plus characters, like I don't even need any of this. I mean, I don't even know. I guess I should open these and turn them into Ultimus crap. But I mean, I don't even need these. Okay, characters. Some basic orbs I used to have recently. Uh, I used to have 200 of these, and I opened them because I'm trying to get 4 Kitty Pride shards. Okay, let's do these orange things. Okay. I don't open any of these. Look, I have 980 of these. I don't open any of that. I save these for when there's a new character. Just by opening Blitz Orbs, I generally can get the new character to, I think I got whatever it was, Electro to 7 stars. These, I use these just for seed theory. I hoard these until I need something. So like when I was low on one of the orange pieces, I opened a bunch of these and I opened a bunch of these. I have 25k of this. If I need training mats, I open those. And then see, I'm hoarding already for DD5. Hoarding, hoarding, hoarding. And then I'm going to save. You see, I'm saving. I almost now have, I'm saving this, and I'm getting close to 6. I'm going to save those for Moon Knight, White Tiger, whatever is next. Well, I open the premiums right away. So I don't have my own Discord server. Here's my DM. So here's what I would say to you. So here's if you want to DM me, that's how. And then here's the server I hang out on, is Tahiti. But I'm going to get my own Discord server at some point. I just have to figure out how to do it. So if somebody's like, has a lot of energy and they want to get involved in that, reach out to me, let me know. Because I'm happy to do it. I got to figure out how to set up a Discord server. I have a ton of these. So I save all this Ultimus food stuff because why not? All right, so let's do that. Let's claim those. So now we're going to do supplies. I'll show you what I buy here. Right now I'm low on these, so just buy them. And then I just buy these G15s. I don't even bother with the G14s because I could farm those, and I don't really need many of them. And then all I'm doing, I do these refreshes, especially since we're during the event. All right, none of the G15s. So that's usually a waste of cores. I have all these at 7 stars, so I just hoard the things, hoping they'll rework this, make the prices better eventually. For this, I just buy, right now I'm down to 12,000 of these, so I'm just buying the characters. When I get over, because I need a few minions, and then like Hydra Grenadier and Merc Soldier. Then once I'm done with those, I'll go back to spend. Usually spend aggressively with that on gear. I have all these to 7 stars, so I just use it on the Kingpin things. I save all these. Here, let's see. I rarely get any. I don't buy. I'm not spending golds on anything right now, and silvers. These are shitty choices. Okay. Here I don't buy these, again, unless it's a controller one I really need, and I don't buy any of this. Okay. And then these here, let's get our milestones, and then we're going to finish our upgrades. Okay. These precious gold promos. Okay, we're back to Squirrel Girl. We're going to bring her up to gear or level 65 for at least. Get her up to gear tier 12. And then, well, I'll bring her up to level 5 ISO because I have tons of support. There just aren't good support options. and I have a ton of support ISO. So that should help her in war. She's going to replace Shuri in my X Factor team. Because Shuri doesn't really do much anything. I mean, Shuri she does her defense up and then sits there and really does something. Occasionally she'll throw out a heal block or something. So I think this character will be enough that she'll live a turn or whatever because she's got one of the highest health pools in the game. All right, so for the next war we'll do that. Yeah, Okrins. Yeah, I would love to have your help. So reach out to me. There's my Discord ID there. So would love to have your help on that if you're interested in helping me. Okay. So now we got Squirrel Girl up. So now the next thing I'm going to do is, let's see. I always look. Use Inhumans and Dad Bros for what with X Factor? Never miss Rob. Oh, Yo-Yo, Black Bull, Crystal, and X Factor. Use that on more offense. I mean, that's a very good idea. It's a very good team. However, what I would just say about it is that what I try to do is just from an efficiency standpoint, I use Inhumans separately. Yep, Yo-Yo is fast. Yep, I made a video with OMG when I first unlocked Doom that showcased the Dad Bros with Yo-Yo and the team. So I often run Yo-Yo with the Dad Bros in raids, and I used to run them in arena together. But it's a good, but it's just I'm trying to create additional war teams. So if you go to my tier list for a second. So if we go to my tier list for a second here, this team uses it basically uses spare parts, right? Ultron spare parts, Namor spare parts, and then Squirrel Girl's that team's garbage. Not garbage, but it's filler in war. I've made a team out of it, and then I can still have my Inhumans as a team. Or you can take them and put them in your war defense. Here. That's the best use of them, probably. Depends. Do you have 9 other good war offense teams? So what am I going to do with my war defense now? Well, I'm going to first claim my milestone. For what do we got? Oh, this is the energy. We're going to go to my war defense now. So give me a second. I'm keeping this tier list up for a second because I don't want to show you guys our layout. I'm just going to go to my room. And we're going to change my war defense around. And then we can do the rating, and then I can... Okay, so... Okay. Yeah, you're in gold 3 and 4. It's a different thing. So I'm trying to battle like the best alliances in the game. So it's just we just defeated Reminex's alliance, okay, in our last battle. So it's like I'm facing players like that. So this is my war defense, and I want to get rid of I want to put Astonishing X-Men here, okay. So what we're going to do now is I want to take Astonishing X-Men off of defense. So now what we're going to do is I'm throwing skill military down for now. Okay. But I'm taking Killmonger off. And we're going to replace Killmonger with what's her face? Captain Marvel. And this is just the filler. This team's gonna get rolled. Okay, it's just filler. But now we have Astonishing X-Men on offense. One trick is you cannot upgrade your defense at once a war starts. Okay, you cannot. I can once they do matchmaking or whatever. This team is set for what it is. Excuse me, but you can upgrade your war offense in the middle of the battle. So what I'm going to be able to do is, my Astonishing I can tweak with tomorrow. But so we're doing this. Now we've got Killmonger. He's going to go on my Mercs. Hold on 1 second. I got to just turning off my mic for 1 second. Hey guys, yeah, I know the mic's muted. My dad was calling me. Hey, HK. Um, First of all, we're gonna make him a VIP. So, if for you guys that don't know, uh, is my mic still muted now? Or can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. So, HK is a captain in Pants of Hulk, which is, I think, in terms of TCP, the second largest alliance in the game. And he's somebody I go to often for advice on the game. So we were talking earlier on about, well, how do I get advice and help? And I actually approach players like him, and you guys probably saw earlier in the chat, Hounds, players like that I go to. I really respect HK's uh, insight and understanding of the game. I have real respect for him. And so I ask him all the time his thoughts on different things in the game. So one of my questions for you, HK, I have a DM out to you, my friend, about what I should do with upgrading Axemen and whether they are basically my question to you was this. And so here, let's go. I'm gonna get the answer. I'm gonna force him to respond to my DM while we're on stream. So here's my Axemen team. I think Bishop's the first character you bring up for sure. Is this I have Dad Bros and I'm already rolling over the raids. So which characters do I really need to bring up here? Do I need 2, 3 to bring up to G15 or G14? Yeah, don't worry, dude. The reason I go on mute, just so everyone understands, why am I muting myself? Because my dad is trying to figure out, am I going to have to sleep on the floor again? Am I going to have power? All this sort of stuff. So I'm trying to help him out. So he'll call me, and it's hard for him to understand what streaming is. So I try to help him out. What I'm trying to figure out, HK, is do I bring up all 3 of these? Do I need to bring up all 3? Can I get away with a lower beast? Interesting. So this is HK thinks Beast. You bring up Beast ahead of Jubilee. Very interesting, right? Not what I expected. I thought the answer was going to be Bishop, then Jubilee, then Beast. And so HK, let me ask you this: do you if I'm using the Dad Bros, you think I need to have Beast over Emma as the 5th? In other words, my thought process was Bishop and Jubilee were the core of the team. You put up those 2, the Dad Bros and Emma, and screw Beast. Don't you think, though, that Emma's better sustained because she'll clean everybody on a hybrid team? Okay, this is, you see, when I go to people for advice, this is people like him I go to. I have such respect for his insight. So he's already brought up his team's bigger than mine. He's less cautious. He's got a slightly bigger account than mine. What do you? I think you're 13 million. Okay. But that's interesting. So that you guys can see this is the sort of conversation that I have, and we talk about ISOs and team. When he's the sort of guy who, whose advice I follow. Do you think, HK, I'm making a mistake by running a hybrid team with the Dad Bros? I mean, the Dad Bros do almost all the work for me right now. I basically steamroll Mutant as is. So it's really hard for me to bench those 2 for like kitty pride. I mean, those 2 basically solo the nodes right now. I could only 2-shot the second node, but I 1-shot the other 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think that's what I need. I don't expect them. Do you agree with me that they're not going to be arena meta? I don't really see Bishop and I don't see Bishop and Jubilee or whatever being like arena meta. Bishop, Jubilee, Beast, Dad Bros. All right. Well, we'll bring up by the end of the week. I'll bring up all of them, all those 3 to G14, and then I'll bring up Bishop to G15. That should be enough to get this team rolling. And then I'm going to do, it'll be a good war team. So we were just talking, I just switched my Astonishing X-Men to war offense. I had war, I had Bishop on, I had Astonishing X-Men on war defense, and they were getting punched down by Uncanny, which are they've dropped down a tier. Oh, yeah, dude. Come on. I am a guy who's farming ISO like crazy, and I was saving up for this team. The only reason I haven't brought any above this level is because I'm waiting for people like you who've already done it to tell me how good they are. I asked Reminex, I asked you, I asked Tenacious. I mean, everybody I know who's got Gear 14, 15, and Astonishing X-Men. I'm like, okay, which characters do I want to bring up first? Because I don't want to save. I want to save every last bit of gear. Hmm. Okay. And I think, by the way, this is a good ISO setup. I think you probably want him to be skirmisher, maybe. Other than that, I think this is probably the best. And optionally, you may want Beast to be skirmisher. So you're gonna see. I'm gonna make him jealous here. Look at where I'm at. I'm pretty good, I think, with the gear, and I got the catalyst to do this. And then on the minis, well, these are these, but I do have the if you look at the minis, I am. This is where, by the way, if you're a pro, this is where you look up your G15 minis. So where are the mutants? See, I'm really good on mutant minis. I'm ready to go. So I could bring up, I think that's close to the full team, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just bring up Bishop probably to G15 for now. Dude, not only do I have 331 HK, look at this dude. I'm just sitting on all these fucking orbs. And in here I'm sitting on all this shit. I'm ready for DD5. I'm gonna beat. Now I beat his cluster through DD4 last time. Now I got to beat Legion's cluster next time through DD4. That's my or DD5. That's my goal. That's my next goal. Um, but anyway, uh, all right. We just changed my Mercs team. So HK, I used to have. I took a Shuri and Killmonger off of Mercs, and after this. Um, Yeah, I did the same as you, dude. I used to have tons of elites. I have, so we're in the same. But let me show you. We can get his feedback on this. Well, first of all, look at this awful defeat against Remenix Alliance. This is my only defeat in the last war, and so I'm officially done with skill military. So Ixnay on skill military. I moved. I throw him on War D for now with Captain Marvel, just as fodder. And I put Shuri and Killmonger back on the Mercs, which will make them way better. And then I got Astonishing on offense, who will do better. What else was I going to show you? By the way, did I show you this dude? Full clear. Okay. Sorry guys, these are my actual friends in the game, or people like him who are my peers. But he's further along in the game than I am, so I'm learning from him. So there you go. All right, let's take this window down here for a second. The one thing. So what am I doing? What else am I doing today? So you guys can see what I think about analytically here. What I was thinking about is let's do that. Why not? And then which teams, by the way, are you using Astonishing against, HK? I'm curious. And then the other thing I got to think about is budget T4s for Astonishing. And my thought process is I'm going to ignore these two characters because I'm probably not going to use them much. They're just going to be used in war on the full team. Whereas these are the three guys. So I'm thinking the budget T4s for them are going to be, for me, Beast Special, Bishop, Alt and Passive, Jubilee Passive. And that's it. Because I don't even need the alt here. I don't even need this because I'm only going to have 3 X-Men most of the time. So I think that I can get away with 4 T4s. 1, 2, 3, and then this is going to be the budget for now because I want to save. I have enough. I got enough to do 7 abilities, but I think I need to save some for Shadowlands. Does that make sense to you, HK? That's sort of my thought process. But you guys can see now, this is how I'm thinking in the game. This is different than the way a lot of you think. I know a lot of other streamers. And by the way, thanks for the follow a while later. A lot of other streamers are like, "Oh, I'm gonna spend everything I have to show you." What I'm teaching you kind of how I approach the game is, what can I get away with not spending? So yeah, CHK saying the same. Shadowlands needs like 11 T4s. They're a very good war team. Plus, I think I'm gonna want to have Night Nurse tricked out for Doom raids. So, and those 2 new characters are insane. So I think, and I may want to use 1 or more of them in Mystic nodes at times. So um, I think that what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the budget T4 approach for these guys. But I'm gonna do those tomorrow or something. So with Doom Raid, we can go back to this since we've got a spectator who's on the Doom Raids. So as you guys know, I one-shot this. This one I timed out right before the one-shot just because I was too busy talking to you guys. We one-shot this one-shot this one. The one-shot is coming to an end here. I cannot one-shot this node with my current team. And it's because my team is suboptimal. So, and I'm just explaining this because we have some new people here. So as we get into the Mystic boss, excuse me. This is my team, and they're clearly suboptimal because you would want to have Mordo here probably or Ghost Rider. Thor just doesn't do enough. He stuns occasionally. That's really all he does. His damage is not important on this team. If you don't have Doom, you'll want to run Mordo and Ghost Rider with Thanos, Maw, and Hela. I also probably should have Hela at G15. The reason I have not done that is I actually have not geared any Mystic character since DD4 other than bringing Thor to gear 14. Because I'm really holding off. I'm not sure exactly. The Shadowlands are coming. And that you see? You could see. Thanks, Controls. It's... the way what I try to add is I spend and I'm efficient. And so this is the way I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up and get to where HK is in the game as quickly as I can. And so I probably could spend everything I have now and get to his TCP. In fact, I'm almost positive I could do it like on the stream tonight and get 3 million or 2 point something million TCP to reach him. But I'd rather, in the long run, I view this as a roster management, efficient allocation of resources puzzle. That's how I view this game. And so I'm always thinking the long game. So my thought process on Hela was, right after DD4, she's like fine as she is on Hela Naturals or something. And then with the now that Doom Raids are out, I'm more thinking maybe I do want to have her at G15. But I don't really, all it does is it's going to get me 1 extra attack or something. So we'll see. So HK is saying he can't come close to one-shotting. I'll just tell you right now, HK, as we go through this, and I could just, while everyone's on the stream, here's where I'm at with Doom Raid. I'll just tell you right now. I'm on the middle lane. So it's like we already said one shot, 2-shot. Then here, the first mutant node I 1-shot. This one I 2-shot on the stream. This one I've 1-shot. You can see in my videos. I 1-shot that consistently. And then bio is 1-shot. And then this is usually 2 or 3-shot just because the symbiotes don't do enough damage. And I find using the full symbiotes is better for me than using Yo-Yo and Black Bolt, but others disagree. Then here I 1-shot the first skill node. I 2-shot the second one. And then this is a grind. This is where I grind, and I did this just for the honor of completing the lane, but this took me like 5 attacks or something. I didn't even count, but more than I wanted, than I usually am going to waste on resources. Okay. All right, let's try to do the mystic here. So I have all of the. So why is the health low? Well, if you guys saw at the end, I was talking to you guys and then just spamming basics because I didn't want to think about it. I will just leave that there. Yep. Are you guys hitting 100% daily? Or are you guys just getting to 80 something percent HKN Pants Hulk? All right, let's look at this. I usually preview the node with you guys, but one thing I'll just tell you is Doom is on this node. So okay, so you settle at 80%. Okay. Were there first time completion rewards for 100%, or is that just the pride of it? Yep, makes sense. I think we're like 16th last I checked. And in my alliance, thanks for the follow, Agent Positive. In my alliance, we're doing U7 every other day. We're doing Doom Raids every other day. Okay, so here's the deal. Basically, him and Squirrel Girl are the two that you're focusing here. Wow. By the way, congratulations on that. That is really a big accomplishment, a serious accomplishment. I wish, yeah, frankly, I wish that the one I love my alliance, and but they know that I wish that I was on an alliance that was pushing it every day, 100%. So by the way, one problem with this node is that Carnage every time Greg dies or your Doombot dies. So we want to stun. He gets turn meter. So you want to try to stun him to get him slowed. And I didn't do it. Didn't do it. But he turns stun into slow. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but I think it'll partially recharge anyway. I'm just you guys can see the goal here. I'm trying desperately to burn Doom down before he gets his speed bar. Yes! Fuck yes. That's huge. That is often a hair's. I miss it by a hair. It's a great attempt here. I shouldn't have done that. That healed up Carnage. Damn it. I gotta burn Carnage down now. My bad. Yeah, I screwed up. I got a little distracted there and started going after Electro for no apparent reason. Alright. Here. We want to go after Invisible Woman for obvious reasons. So this was a debate here. Do I use the special or the ultimate? And I ultimately decided on using the special. I only went after Vulture because I knew I would beat him. I knew I'd kill him. And being one down is huge. Thank you. I am trying to make it look easy. Because, you know, but this is... The problem is timing out. Okay? Ah, fuck you, Electro. But it's very kind of you to say. Frickin' Squirrel Girl. Alright, we're at 31. We're going to save our cooldowns now. The whole purpose here is just try to save cooldowns. Oof. Damn it. Okay. Thank you. I was looking easy until that last second there, right? But so yeah, I do pretty well in Doom raids. This is one node where I have to always two-shot. If somebody else can clip that thing of me taking down Doom, that would be awesome. I'm too thank you, Ogrens. That's very nice of you to say. You know, I haven't even been playing the game for a year. So I started in March. So I'm 340 days played, so not sure why it's not letting me launch. We'll go back into it. But I love, this is what I live for in this game. This is the reason I play this game is for this. So I will tell you right now, I mean, if my alliance was not running this raid, I would be in a different alliance. Like, I 100% want to push the hardest content. Now that DD4 was around, that's why I was focused on DD4. That was the hardest content. Now it's this. All right, let's finish this thing off. Hey, O'Hearn. Thanks for the follow. And Rivalus and Clint, thank you for the subscriptions in YouTube. All right, one thing that you have to get used to in this in Doom is that your team is specific to this section, so you could just, we don't need to preserve cooldowns anymore. You see, now we're just going all out. Doom's not usable. Oh, this is fantastic. Here we go. So we figure out who do we want to kill the most. Now let's try to stun Squirrel Girl. Probably won't work. Didn't work at all. Guess I really need that G15, and I will say lack of Stark Tech once again an issue here. I hope everyone understands the reason why I'm getting rid of Squirrel Girl here. She's got the cleanse. Ability block, by the way, is one of the best things you could do to take out Doom. Unfortunately for them, he just uses big cooldown, so it really doesn't matter. So we're putting the vulnerable on Ghost Rider. You always have to, when you're using a skirmisher, even when you're using these AoE abilities, make sure your primary target is the target that you want to be focusing. We're getting rid of Electro because her damage really adds up. Okay. Now we'll get rid of Ghost Rider next. Like I said, we don't need to worry about cooldowns or anything of that nature. One thing I'm doing now is I'm ignoring chat for a second. So if you guys are asking me questions, so wait until after, because that, if you guys remember in TAC, I have like 20 seconds left, and I timed out just because I was not paying attention. And here, let's get it going here. You see all these Doom bots, really, it adds up after a while. Oh, I didn't even see I could have used the Doom. I think I got this one. Oh, thanks, HK. Got it done. Got it done. As I said before, these nodes are balanced around having Doom. And so, if I can two-hit the boss, realistically on the first tech node, the tech lane, the first tech nodes I one shot, and then here I two shot it. Well, if this was a mature alliance, and I had a lane partner also at Doom, and a full G14-15 team, I would hit once, he would hit once, and we'd have it down, right? And then I'm just doing it alone, but you get the idea. All right, let's do Mutant for a second. And I will just show you how easy it is to beat Mutant with the Dad Bros. Since I'm getting a bunch of you asking me stuff like, why are the Dad Bros so good? All right. Okay. This is the best team. Well, this is the best team. There may be a better team. This team always one-shots the first node. And how does it one-shot the first node? There's a Doc Ock. You can clone the Doc Ock with Sinister, and then you ability block the Doc Ock with X-23. And that's it. And then these two guys kill everybody. And Emma just stands around and does her thing. Okay, so HK has been able to one-shot the second node. I do not. With Axemen, with or without Axemen, I have not one-shot the second node. My Axemen are not good enough, but I don't have any T4s in them, and they're G13. I did try them just for lulls, but I cannot. The second node I two-shot. The boss I one-shot easily. You've seen the video. I'm sure. I actually think though for G14s I probably won't even. Do I even want to use the full Axemen team? I'll probably just throw the Dad Bros with the core 3 of the Axemen, and I'm going to steamroll the second node. But it's putting a lot of investment just to go from 2 tags to 1 on 1 node, right? Okay, so here's this node here. I've heard a thought that if you're not taking a character to gear 14, you should leave them at gear 12. Yeah, that's a good for newer players, lower level players. That's a very good piece of advice because the bump up in strength from gear 12 to gear 13 is not that high, but it's a huge bump up from 13 to 14. And so, particularly in focus and resistance. So that's generally a good piece of advice. For somebody at my level, to use the characters in war, G12, 13 is really scraping the bottom of the barrel. And so any little bit I can get that doesn't cost me much. And for me, I have so much orange gear that G13 is like a rounding error. Interesting. Interesting theory. I predict the X-Men or X Factor are going to be this amazing force in the game. Okay, you see Doc Ock's the primary threat here, and we'll just eliminate him. Ghost is too low of health, and she dies. I'll show you. I already told you guys the strategy, so I'll show you what that looks like. Okay. Alright, so the Dad Bros get a bunch of crits. This is why the Dad Bros are so good, by the way. Look at this. Already. Okay. People are already half dead. Look at that, right? He's ability blocked, so he doesn't do anything of any consequence. By the way, that was a mistake. Emma should have uh, focus on Sif with her basic instead of worrying about getting Doc Ock down because he was going to die anyway. Oh, clone. I didn't even get to clone the Doc Ock because it doesn't fucking matter. I'm not going to use the clone here because I don't need it. Oh, we can use this. Yes, my long shot is ridiculous. So everybody, when I was Ravenex was around here earlier, and he disagreed with me when I said that long shot is the second best character in the game. He claims it's Sinister, and he is absolutely wrong. Sinister is so slow; he doesn't do anything. By the way, the only reason I'm using that, guys, I don't even use her on any other nodes. She just doesn't matter. All right, that was a joke. All right, guys, I actually have to end the stream here for a little bit. I'll be back later tonight, but I gotta. My fiance's relative died, so I'm doing a Zoom service in 5 minutes. So I gotta go. But this gives you a taste of it. We'll do the next. I'll come back later tonight. We'll finish the next two nodes. Okay? I'll have energy by then. I'm so glad HK's here. You should have your own stream, man, because I learned so much from you. So lots of cool to have some smart people in chat to vibe with and get some feedback from. All right, guys. It's been fun. Talk to you later. Thanks, J Pal. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, Steven. Thank you guys for all the follows and everything else.